welcome back once again. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This video is about Russia, Mali. We know our president is still in Moscow. Well, as at yesterday, I don't know about today, but he went to a place called Tatarstan, where they produce ammunition, helicopters, and many, many more. An agreement has been signed between the two countries concerning mining, transportation, and many more. After that, and the president introduced his 10 delegates that went with him. The students in Mali, Malian students met him, he talked to them, and those who are anxiously waiting to see him, they were all there to see him. They had entertainment and more. Many important discussions is in this news. Families, before you listen to the video, there is noise, a bit of noise, because there are two people speaking, translation going on. So it's a bit uncomfortable, but it's not something that you cannot understand. I'll be back.
The president of the transition, Army General Assimi Goita, is in the Republic of Tatarstan in the Russian Federation, where the head of state, Army General Assimi Goita, is being received by the head of state of Tatarstan. The discussions focus on sectors that could further enhance cooperation in addition to the mining sector. At the end of the discussions, the two countries exchanged the shareholder agreement and the statutes of the Mali Refinery Company. Here is a report from our special correspondent Seba Batili and Adama Kamara.
Tatarstan is the republic that drives the economic engine of the Russian Federation through its major productions. It is the powerhouse for Russian military equipment manufacturing and much more. Kazan, its capital, is decked out in the colors of Mali, with a giant portrait of the transitional president at the city entrance, welcoming Army General Assimi Goita, President Goita, and the former leader of Tatarstan, Rostam Minikhanov, are meeting for the first time along the path of a cooperation already established between Mali and Tatarstan. The two presidents have decided to elevate their relations to the highest level. A one-on-one meeting to set the scene and review the main agreements, which focuses on the mining sector, with plans for the construction of Mali's gold refinery by the Adrian company from Tatarstan. Minikhanov, upon hearing these remarks, praises Africa's history and its development potential before expressing his ambitions to strengthen his country's cooperation with Mali.
The African continent has stood out to me for its strong economic growth. For Russia, the African continent is an important partner for work and cooperation, which requires effort. In October of this year, we will celebrate the 65th anniversary of diplomatic relations with Mali. The positions of Russia and Mali are close, for example, in the area of building a multipolar world and international security. The prospective areas for developing cooperation with Mali are as follows: working in the mining sector, infrastructure development, the fishing industry, agriculture, of course, education, and other fields. On the African continent, Russian helicopters are well known, specifically the Mi helicopters produced in Kazan, as well as the Tatar trucks, which have won the Dakar Rally several times. We believe there are promising areas for cooperation with Mali. These include machinery, refining, agriculture, and innovations.
Many other sectors could also benefit this cooperation, such as agriculture, higher education, and scientific research. Taking the floor, President Goita first introduced the 10 or so ministers accompanying him to help realize these projects. He then reiterated the stakes of this visit.
We are grateful for the hospitality we have received since our arrival. We have come from Moscow following the invitation of the President of the Russian Federation, His Excellency President Vladimir Putin. The relationship between the Russian Federation and Mali dates back to the time of our first presidents. Through the transition that began in 2020, we have been able to further strengthen this cooperation with the Russian Federation. This bilateral cooperation covers several areas of diplomacy. We support each other at the level of international bodies and in several organizations. This is an opportunity to thank President Vladimir Putin for all the various forms of support that Mali has received under his leadership. This includes transportation, agriculture, mining, energy, and also higher education. It is in this context that we truly requested President Vladimir Putin to make a visit here to Kazan.
After the discussions, the two countries, through their respective ministers of mines, exchanged the shareholder agreement and the statutes of Sorema, the Mali refinery company. With the contracts finalized, they headed to the banquet hall of the presidential palace for a moment of cultural remembrance. But before that, the 35 Malian students in Tatarstan came to meet President Goita in the palace courtyard to discuss their concerns regarding the transfer of technology in higher education already being considered by Mali.
They handle things well when we talk.
In the banquet hall, Tatarstan's culture was featured on the agenda in an atmosphere marked by a great festive mood.
Thank you so much, families, for listening and watching. Everything that they have said is important. It's important to relationship. I was thinking he came into power 2020. Yes, 2020. That's 5 years ago. But you can tell recently things has been going on well because I saw a comment a few months ago about he was there long time and he was not doing much like Captain Brian Traore is doing. Well, to start farming, you have to plow the land, you have to prepare the land, you plant the seed, and then it will start to germinate. So you can tell that right now he has put a lot of things in places, and also the political situation in Mali is different from Burkina Faso. His own people are fighting him. I mean, in power, apart from the terrorists. So we can tell what is going on. Now they are moving forward, and I hope and pray, as many of you are doing, that this time he can drive this country to a better future as they are doing. We pray for life, strength to be able to continue doing what they are doing. The ammunitions, they are getting more and more. And if the resources are also started working properly, they will not go into debt or anything, but they will use some of the money to support themselves. Having said that, I'm thinking, the other countries who are not getting all this, they will be jealous. Yes, they are working, they are selling their resources, but they are using the money to work. Whereby the other time or previously it was taken for free and nothing is being done. Sorry about the shaking. It's being done there. So yes, great things has happened, and we continue to watch the next development in the Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, AES with Russia and China and any other countries that will respect them and join them. Thank you so much, families. I'll be back if there's any development news concerning the Russia visit. There was an interview with the president, but you know him, when something very, very important, he's speaking the local language, so I couldn't do anything about it. You can tell it's very powerful, but there's nothing apart from reading the comments. I can't say anything about it. So he spoke to the Malians over there and Malians at home. He explained things to them. Maybe one day they will share it in French and I can be able to work and share it with you. I'll leave you here, families. All the best to them. Credit to ORTM, my families, my returning families, my new ones, those who are passing by, my VIPs, my kings and queens, Africa United. Thank you all. I appreciate your support, your encouragement, sharing the videos, liking the video. Thank you. Thank you so much. We are going slowly. Yes, we'll get there one day. See you soon. Bye bye.